Yeah, so today we're going to work on the static lunge. The static lunge is an excellent way of developing your lower body, your feet, legs, hips. It's awesome. It's really good at opening, which is essential, that we continually work on opening our bodies. So it's really good for opening, and it's also really good for developing kind of like stability and support in the lower body, which again is essential if you're a budding biped, budding human. Yeah, so that's what you want to do. If you're not used to it, just like with any new kind of movement or exercise, then it takes time to get into, and it's a little bit tough on the legs. That's good. That's going to help develop our legs. Good, you want nice, strong legs to keep you going. You often say that as people get older, it's the kind of like real fundamental leg strength that people lose first, and that happens from a really young age. From when people go to, kids go to school, they go from playing all day, hopefully outside somewhere, to sitting down all day. So building up that fundamental support in the lower body, in the feet, in the legs, in the hips, and openness combined is essential, and that's what the static lunge is good for. Yeah, so there are quite a few details to pay attention to, so you just take your time. And when you get into it, because we're basically staying in a fixed position, you want to work up to something like about 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes each side. To begin with, that's going to seem like a long time. You're going to feel fatigue. That's good. You have to learn to relax in the work, through the work, to get an optimum result. Okay, so that's what we're going to do in a moment. Okay, so we're going to start with the feet. Not particularly wide, probably about the width of your pelvis, something like that. Okay, so not too wide, not too narrow. And if you move the weight onto one leg, so in this instance it's my left leg, I'm going to take a big step back with my right leg. Okay, so at this point you want to have a little look down and just check out your back foot, so that the back foot faces forwards, not turned out to an angle, and the front foot faces forwards. So the front foot and the back foot are facing the same way, which is forwards. Okay, these are important points. The next thing is we want to kind of lower ourselves down. So we want to bend the back leg. We don't want to keep the back leg straight. We want to bend the back leg and lower the hips, keeping our weight more or less 50-50. We're not doing this. Yeah, you see people doing all kinds of weird stuff. Yeah. So we don't want to do that. We want to stay more or less in the middle. Maybe slightly forwards, but more or less 50-50. Okay. So we're going to sit the hips down until the front hip is maybe just slightly higher than the front knee. Okay, something like that. And a really important point is that you want to feel, it's really good to kind of feel your body when you're doing this kind of stuff, to get a sense of what it's doing, because what you think it's doing and what it's actually doing are usually two different things. Okay, so you want to feel your lower back, and what we want to do is, we don't want to have a curve in the lumbar spine. We want to lengthen the lumbar spine. We often talk in class about suspending the head, so I think it's a little bit like that. The lower back is going to lengthen down as you drop that back knee. It's going to lengthen down, and we're going to flatten out, lengthen and straighten the lower back. Okay, so you want to keep the head up and let the hips and the pelvis sink down away from the head. You want to stay nice and upright. So common areas are that people have a big curve in the lumbar spine, people lean back, or their feet are in a weird position, or their knees are collapsing somehow. So you want to keep the knee, the front knee, hip, knee, foot, same line. This is so good for your knees, your feet, your hips. It's awesome. You've got to get into it. Okay. So let's say once we've got into our position, and you need to take time, watching carefully all those points, then we're going to stay there, and we just want to settle into it. I think it's like you don't want to maintain the position through resistance, by tensing up and by gritting your teeth and going, I'm not going to stop. Okay. You need to find, and this is really important, the release in the work, to relax the body, to relax the soft tissues on the frame of the skeleton as your body works at the same time. Yeah, it's quite an interesting combination of factors, but that's one of the things that we work on a lot in our stuff. So let's say you stay there, you keep working, keep softening your body, keep breathing. Breathe into the lower torso. Keep checking out your body position. That's it. And what this is going to do, on the side of the leg that's going back, it's really good for opening the hip flexors and the psoas. Yeah, for opening the foot, stretching the plantar fascia in the back foot, and the Achilles as well, a little bit. Yeah, this side, you know, probably doing more work, but it can be quite tough if you're not used to it. You know, you can work your way up to, you know, 5 minutes per side, or a couple of minutes is enough to begin with, and it's going to supercharge your legs and your feet. It's worth setting a little timer, otherwise you probably just give up when it's difficult. So set a little timer and keep increasing the time amount until you can do a couple of minutes, 2.5 minutes, okay? And then change sides. So enjoy that, guys. Get into it. It's really good. So good for your body.